Hi, I'm Jim McCutcheon, a Corps volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. Today we're going to talk about brad nailers or finish nailers. When you put up baseboard or moldings around your doors and windows and stuff like that, in the past you would use finishing nails, different sizes, different thicknesses. When you get into thinner wood, you might use something quite small and quite tiny in diameter, and that's to keep the wood from splitting and so forth. But you're driving it by hand, you're trying to set it and not beat your wood up. You're trying, but you're never successful about not hitting your fingers. So one of the technology or improvements in that is to use a nail gun, which will set these nails easily, quickly, no banged up fingers, and make your trim jobs look a lot better. So this is a brad nailer. It will hold nails from about a ½ inch in diameter a ½ inch in length to 2 inches in length. And it's typically 18 gauge is what we call a brad nailer. A finish nailer might be a 15 or 16 gauge. That's a little bit thicker nail diameter, but you can overlap somewhat, but if you need something heavier, you might go to a lower gauge number nail gun. So to load these nails, you slide them in the carriage and close it. They have a safety tip. To fire this gun, this tip has to be depressed. That's the safety, and then you pull your trigger. That's the single shot operation. There's also a bump operation where you can pull the trigger and go bam, 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 bam. So if you're a pro and you know that your work's going to look good, you might try that. For all novices and people who aren't so sure, we go in the single shot mode, and it's the safest. If you're in that multi-shot mode, you could have your thumb there and shoot right into it, and you'd find out pretty quickly that you shouldn't have done that. So let me, and this will be a pneumatic version. It's what a lot of pros still use. It's most reliable, lightest, fastest, but there are many battery-operated versions that for someone who's not in such a hurry or as a DIYer, the battery ones are pretty nice too. Just put your favorite battery in and it operates in the same way, drives the same kind of nails. So get your safety glasses on and let me hook up the air line and just show you. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of wood together and just to show you how this thing works. So I've got about an inch long brad in here. And just for grins, this would be the bump mode. And you could imagine the trouble you could get yourself into doing that. So like I said, keep it in single shot mode, press it on your work, pull the trigger. And if the nail by chance doesn't set enough, you can adjust the pressure on the compressor to make it drive it further and that kind of stuff. Or the battery machines have a manual adjustment to set the height of your finish nail. You want it to be slightly below the surface. So that's an overview of a brad nailer. If you have any questions, please ask and make sure you understand the tool before you try the job. And look forward to seeing you on your work site.